I am drunk. Thank you for your time.
That's how you start the show, nigga. I am drunk. Like you.
Nah, fucking. You know the gif of motherfucking gal. He just standing like this, and everybody throwing trash in the ring.
Sorry.
Okay, man. Your old high school classmate,
Come on, man. Why is this a thing?
Velveteen Dream. Why is this a thing? Because
You couldn't wait to do this, could you? You just couldn't. You couldn't help yourself.
I've been looking. You know,
this is a classic example where we come to what we call a fork in the road. You can choose to take the path of politeness and being the bigger man and just walking away, or you can take the path of dickhead, and you, sir, have chosen the path of dickhead. Why? Because you're a dickhead. Sometimes. Not in a vulgar way, but you can be an asshole.
Listen, man. It was a choice that had to be made.
And you made the wrong one.
I know, because I chose violence!
Oh my God.
Dance.
Not just violence. Go ahead, man.
Nah, let me chill.
Go ahead. Nah, go ahead, cook.
So, Velveteen Dream has been released by the WWE after his no match clause ran out. They intentionally, I'm assuming, intentionally ran out his no match clause after light of what he did. In which we can't even 100% allege because Twitter has the receipts.
Allegedly.
Yeah. We can't allege that. Twitter has the receipts. It happened. And he was grooming underage dudes.
You mean soliciting underage?
Soliciting/grooming. Yeah. No bueno. And not only that, they were going to, in the performance, and there's a coach or trainer, but, people didn't feel comfortable with that either. So.
All I want to say to you, Velveteen, a.k.a. Patrick Clark, that is not the Forestville Night way. I'm very disappointed in you. I should have known better when you wanted the school to close down. They should have let me know that you, sir, did not learn anything in school.
Over my head, however.
And I also am very disappointed that I shared with you the greatness of Rick Rude for you to do that. Not cool.
The hip gyrating hits a little differently now.
Ski-wo. Ski-wo.
It's a break, nigga. Enjoy Infamy, Velveteen Dream. Live via satellite. It is Gorilla Game Podcast. I am Carlos Crawford alongside my co-host, Kenny Whitaker. It's Saturday. You know what that means. This week, we're going to be a bit even with the load. And we'll talk about a little bit of basketball. We'll talk about a little bit of wrestling. We'll even do sports rule changes for, any sport we can think of. But first, pin count brought to you by Bad Moms.
I'm also very upset that you used that expression after what we had just talked about.
I did not think that went through.
No, you did not. Nonetheless.
Number one. So Kwame Brown demanded all the smoke from, well, anybody who referenced him in the past week.
Kwame Brown.
It started with all of the smoke co-hosts, Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes. More Matt Barnes than Steven Jackson. Then it spilled out to the likes of Stephen A. Smith, Jamel Hill, Charlemagne the God. Everyone is getting it, left and right. All right.
Man.
Kwame Brown is not here for anyone's bullshit.
No, he's not.
However, he was here for Michael Jordan and Doug Collins bullshit. Where was that energy back in 2006? You tell me. All right, let's start there, right? Because people, like, are hyped up because, like, Kwame Brown finally speaking up. But it's like, if this nigga had spoken up earlier, we would look at him different. Completely different. Much like we're looking at him now.
I mean, I wouldn't. I would still call him bust.
Look, man, Kwame Brown's a draft bust. Sure. However, you look at the rest of that draft, it was kind of busty, I guess you could say.
And no,
we're talking about maybe 7 or 8 motherfuckers throughout the entire draft that were actually good.
Not the busty that some of y'all are thinking about.
Not the busty that we all enjoy. We mean busty as in trash.
Trash man. Yeah, that's him.
However, we also got to look at the other side of the fence. Kwame Brown was supposed to be involved in a trade to the Clippers for Elton Brand, which leads me to wonder, what the fuck were you going to do in LA then?
The same thing he did in Washington.
Exactly.
Be Kwame Brown.
With that being said, here's the way I look at it. Because my thing is society just love hype, right?
Correct.
But let's look at the big picture here, right? Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, they host a podcast, which is part of Showtime podcast. All right.
Very good podcast, by the way.
And which they had Gilbert Arenas as a special guest. And that's what led
to Gilbert, baby.
To the awakening of the sleeping giant. Because, well, Gilbert Arenas. I don't have to tell you much about Gilbert Arenas.
Two guns, Gilbert, baby. Bang, bang. Bang, bang.
There was a story, right, that I listened to on the right time. Well, Maaaannn tells a story about how Gilbert Arenas fucked up Chris Mills' suit one time, all right? Chris Mills let that shit just slide because Chris Mills was Gilbert Arenas' ride home. Now, Chris Mills, he drives Gilbert Arenas home. Cool ride home. Gilbert gets out of the car. Next thing you know, Chris Mills runs Gilbert over.
Lord.
Just a refresher on who the fuck Gilbert Arenas is in case you forgot. A goddamn menace.
Yeah.
A fucking menace. All right.
Because Gilbert, baby.
First and foremost, anything that motherfucker says, you should take it for a grain of salt, right? Not only that, Gilbert Arenas also has a podcast, and I'm 80% sure he's making money off that as well. All these targets of Kwame Brown's, they're making bread. You know what's going to fuck that bread up?
Kwame Brown.
Lobbying to Kwame Brown's fade. Because then you get your ass handed to you on a silver platter. Not only that, because don't get it twisted, I am going in on Kwame Brown, but I'm very well aware that Kwame Brown will fuck you up. Very well aware of that. All right. However, we're putting that aside to bring up the reality of the situation here. Now, motherfuckers are not going to fuck up their money to go to slaughter for Kwame Brown. So all of this just looks stupid.
All of it very much looks stupid.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all, man? I swear to goodness, y'all just love drama. That's it. But conclusion officially drawn. Y'all motherfuckers love drama. Cause again, big picture of things, nobody's going to fuck their money up to go get their asses whooped. It's just not happening. So as much as we want it, it ain't happening. So at this point, right, when you look at all that in the grand scheme of things, all of Kwame Brown's threats are automatically empty. So the threats, I can't take seriously. However, the fact that he called it Matt Barnes Becky with the good hair, that shit is tickling.
That's hilarious.
So that being said, I say that to say this, right? Kwame Brown deserves every bit of the, like, you know, the waking of the sleeping giant process that is coming upon him right now. Because this is a motherfucker that after retiring from the NBA, that motherfucker just went home and minded his goddamn business. Like, he went out of the spotlight. He went back to being a regular person. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I understand also that you're going to get opinions from players and analysts about you, which you have to take for a grain of salt at this point. Because like you said, you bought your mama a house, you got your mama on a golf course by the time you turned 18, which you got drafted when you were 19, which leads me to believe one of two things. Either you forgot the age at which you got drafted, which is kind of funny. Because, you know, it's a placeholder on how long ago it was. 2006 was damn near a decade ago.
Yeah.
No, wait, over a decade ago.
Over a decade now.
So yeah, it was a long ass time ago. So you know, if you forgot when you got drafted, that's fair. Or something may need to be investigated for audit, but neither here nor there. So you got your mom on a golf course by the time you were 18. You made enough money to be set for life. So you absolutely stinking up the place in Washington and then proceeding to be a product of stink in LA. Why does it matter to you? You made your money, right? It shouldn't matter. If you really found solace in the fact that you got your family straight, you're straight, you're set for the rest of your life, anything Gilbert Arenas, of all people, can and possibly will say doesn't matter. And it shouldn't bother you. It shouldn't even bother you to, go on IG Live and sound off on it. Why? because you did what you set out to do, and that was to make your motherfucking money and get the fuck out. That part I respect, but we can't take away the fact that you were a draft bust. That's just how the game goes, bro.
Yeah.
But in your case, since you didn't necessarily care about the accolades, it's a bit of an asterisk because it kind of doesn't 100% matter anymore because you weren't there to be great. You were there to make your motherfucking money and you were there to get the fuck out. And that's what you did. And I applaud you for that. However, you can't just be threatening motherfuckers that are making money because they're not going to, pull up on their threat. There's no fucking way. And then not only that, you're pulling up threats on motherfuckers that are known to run fades. Steven Jackson on national TV during a game.
You run random stands and run your fade.
We talking Matt Barnes who drove 30 hours to run a fade. We're talking Gilbert Arenas who bought the burner to practice. Not the three people I'd expect, to have fades lobby for. But then I look at Kwame Brown and I'm like, yeah, this is a motherfucker that could take these niggas. But it's just not going to happen because they have money being made now. They're providing for their families. They're currently doing or continuing to doing what you had set out to do when you were 18 years old. So leave it alone, man. Well, don't leave it alone. Keep mercilessly roasting. Kwame Brown, you have a future in comedy. That's what I want to tell you. You most certainly have a future in comedy. And I know that you don't intend to have a future in comedy, but goddamn it, you're showing no mercy on Matt Barnes, and that shit is hysterical. Keep up the good work. However,
and I remember, I'm always going to laugh at you for being the draft bust, but I appreciate you.
You know what, man?
Fear and encourage your convictions to speak out.
You know who else was a draft bust?
Greg Oden.
Huh?
Greg Oden.
You know who else was a draft bust?
Darko Milicic.
You know who else was a draft bust?
Sam Bowie.
Yeah, you haven't even brought up a name that I had even intended to say. You know who else was a draft bust?
Who?
Remember that first overall for the Cleveland Cavaliers?
Anthony Bennett.
Anthony Bennett.
He's trash. Which brings me to my point. There are huger draft busts than Kwame Brown. Debatable.
Much huger.
Debatable.
You said debatable. What the fuck did Anthony Bennett do? I'll wait.
He shot a 3.
Shut up, man. So, staying on the subject of basketball, the NBA playoffs is underway officially. The playoff tree has been set. Golden State got kicked the fuck out by Memphis before the playoffs could even start and the playing games. I got a good giggle out of that. However, that kind of makes it anyone's game.
Hey, man, John Moran is a problem.
That kid is going to be special. He is going to be special. You know, and you know what? I want to say that the future of the NBA is in great hands thus far. Like, you look at the, players that have been coming in for the last 2 to 3 years now. All of these kids bring something to the table that either we've seen before, but is much better, or that we just outright have never seen before. And it's just a breath of fresh air. Like you look at, LaMelo Ball being able to just fucking Brett Favre fucking passes down the fucking court. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's not just doing it as a gimmick. He's doing it because somebody's open down there.
Right.
And, he can get that motherfucker to them immediately. So why the hell not? And it's not even a matter of cherry picking. It's a matter of if I get the ball and I turn around and I see you're near the 3-point line as you were gunning because I went for the rebound and I was coming down with that shit, let me reward you. You know what I'm saying? So, that shit is dope to me. Then you have, Zion Williamson. He is Shaq 2.0.
He with a 3-point shot.
Bro,
that kid can shoot.
We're not going to see anything like that literally until Shaq's kid comes in. And even then we might not. Yeah. Who knows? Because not every, child of a basketball player pans out well.
Correct.
Do we forget that Michael Jordan has sons?
Yes, we do, because they're that bad.
Exactly.
Give me a pause for a second.
So, with that being said,
give me a pause for a second.
Oh, pause. Where were we? Right. Yeah. So, so it's anybody's game at this point because we have LA and cool. We have LA who was also in the play-ins, but here's the thing. Yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, there we go. It's probably, yeah, my connection's bad. So
I'm here. I hear you though.
No, you hear me, but when this young come back, it's gonna be blanked out, and I know it. This is goddamn frustrating. Let me tell you something. We got to figure it out. Yeah. So LA was in the play-in, right? And you'd be crazy to think that they can play 2 games of play-in, which essentially is a whole nother series within itself. Then they run through 3 more series to get to the finals and then win out. I now have second guesses. I know what I said last week. I have second guesses now. So, and then not only that, looking at this playoff tree, oh my God, this might be one of the best NBA playoffs we've seen in years. Easily.
Yeah, I remember though. Steph didn't have any help for real. It's pretty much him.
Well, my thing is that
if you say Draymond Green, I swear to Jesus.
No. My thing is that you can only go but so far. It was just a matter of how far he was going to go. And hey, man, that's where the line ended. The end of the season. It is what it is. However,
even then, he's 2 clutch shots away from being in the playoffs. So.
Just about. However, it's 10:08 right now. As of right now, the Bucks takes first game against the Heat, 109-107.
Yep.
I finished watching the Mavericks Clippers game before we started recording. That ended 113-103.
And Brooklyn is Boston is 80-75 right now with 10 minutes left in the fourth.
Correct.
Yeah, I got it. I'm looking at it right now.
That being said, Portland and Denver play in less than 20 minutes. Y'all play the Wizards tomorrow at 1. Lakers Suns tomorrow at 3:30. We play the Knicks at 7.
How does that feel to be in the playoffs?
Listen, man. Even in my own fantasy, we go to the finals and lose to the Suns at 6. Atlanta doesn't want to be great. God, it's frustrating.
I mean,
and then we have Grizzlies, Jazz, 9:30 tomorrow. So this playoff tree is just a setup. That's what it is for real. Like the matchups for the first round are excellent, and then whoever advances at that point is just like, all right, who deserves to be here? And then whatever matchup that is on the other side of that is going to be a good matchup right there. So it's just going to be good matchup after good matchup after good matchup until we get to the finals. And honestly, man, this is probably the first time about, nigga, I don't even know how long, where I've actually like looked at the playoff tree and been like, I don't know who could possibly win this shit.
I know.
Okay.
Brooklyn, us, the Lakers if they're healthy, and Denver.
Yeah, I doubt it at this point. Like I said, it's anybody's game because there are a lot of dark horses that are very liable to upset the
and Phoenix.
Then we talk about Brooklyn. I'm really getting tired of this whole rhetoric with Brooklyn. Like, if you can outscore Brooklyn, you can beat Brooklyn.
Yeah.
That's the only issue you really have is outscoring them.
That's easier said than done, though.
Kenny, listen to me.
Easier said than done.
Listen to me, Kenny. Brooklyn plays little defense.
I know this.
No, well, you're not taking into account. That's my issue.
I'll take it into account, but when you got people that can, 3 people that can score 30 at any time they want.
And it don't mean shit if the other team can score 110.
Well, they ain't scoring 110 right now. They got 75. It's 80-75.
But it's a 5-point game. It's still close. That's my point.
It shouldn't be because I don't want Boston to win.
No, it shouldn't be close at all. I don't want Boston to advance either. But again, if you can outscore Brooklyn, it's possible to beat Brooklyn.
Yeah.
But sure, don't listen to me. Whatever.
No, I hear you.
No. The audience don't though. And I know they don't. So, but I'm not here to argue. So like I said, I'm just really excited by with how this pans out. I like with the storylines. I kind of don't care who makes it to the finals. It's going to be cool to see regardless who makes it. Because let's say the Lakers do make it to the finals, buddy, that was not supposed to happen. They were supposed to run out of gas. And listen, if they make it to the finals, they're winning out.
Unless we there.
So I don't know what the where exactly we can go after that. However, I guess we could just move on to our second pin count. Number 2.
Yeah.
Now, with the playing game starting to become a thing now, Adam Silver is looking to make it a staple. All right.
Welcome back.
It's a bunch of no hitters and home runs. I like no hitters and home runs. Well, I like perfect games and home runs. I don't like walks. At any rate, what do you think? Like for any sport, would be a rule change that will get people back into that sport hardcore? Like if they fell off, let's say, you're trying to get back to people that fell off.
Okay.
What rule changes would you make, or for what sport?
For football, I would take away helmets. Only because it's like helmets is just it's too shitty packed. Like football is a boom boom sport. So like, and most of these kids and these cats, you know what I'm saying, and they taught the game, they know go 100 miles per hour. They go full speed. So like a boom boom play, you get penalized like 15 yards and possibly ejected. It's like I'm just doing my job. You know what I mean? Like I would take that away. I understand you want to do like protect the safety of the players. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. But there are different ways to do it without penalizing. Like I think if you're gonna do it, we should actually do it how they used to do like the face masks. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's incidental, you know what I'm saying, give them like 5 yards. But if it's purpose and you can tell they really targeting, then do like the targeting room like they do in college. You know what I'm saying?
But you can tell when it's targeting and when it's completely accidental, though. You
Right.
definitely you can tell the two apart, because if you're a person that knows body language, and which that's a bit of an issue in this country today. People don't know body language, so they tend to make asses out of themselves when they make assessments. Mm-hmm. Now, if you're looking at body language, you can tell if anything's being done with malicious intent.
Right.
Now, you have a linebacker trying to tackle a halfback or whatever, and they're using the textbook tackle that they, learn. They learn and know, like it, second nature, essentially, right?
Right.
And as he squaring up and attacking, he happens to graze like the corner of the halfback's helmet or some shit like that. Okay, that obviously wasn't with malicious intent. He was just doing what he was supposed to do, right? However, this motherfucker charging down, and he just 15 yards, possibly ejected. You know what I'm saying? Because you meant to hurt that motherfucker. You wanted to flatline this motherfucker.
Exactly.
And though I respect the candor, it's dangerous.
Different ways to go about it nowadays.
Exactly. My thing is, you can boom on the motherfucking textbook. It is possible. It's hard to do, but it is possible.
It's very hard to do, especially in nowadays NFL. So that's one rule I would do with football. I don't know, man. I don't think basketball really got.
As far as football goes, honestly, man, I just remove excessive celebrating. If you are able to score on 11 250-pound plus players, you should be able to do whatever the fuck you want as soon as you score. Whether you act like you've been there before, like Barry Sanders, or you just completely wild the fuck out like Terrell Owens. Now, in the sense of Terrell Owens, there should be a possibility for consequences for your actions. Celebrate at your own risk.
Like they used to do in NCAA 04, 05, 06.
Nah, I'm talking about.
I was king for it, going in that end zone, hitting that high post, getting that 15 yards on sportsmanlike conduct.
Worth
it.
Worth it. I'm taking an extra point anyway, you asshole.
Right.
Like, hey, what are you gonna do? Penalize me for kickoff? Whoop-de-doo! So I'm gonna sky kick this bitch.
Right.
And by the time this some bitch come down with that shit,
I'm gonna be right there.
I'll be right there.
I'll be there. I'll be around. Bomb.
Yeah. That'll teach me.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Fuck out of here. So yeah, I just do nothing but celebrate until one of my players get ejected. Or they try to force the forfeit, like kiss my ass. We're not forfeiting the game. Like y'all the one that made these rules. We're just taking advantage of them in a way that you never expected us to take advantage of it.
Hey, that's hilarious.
Y'all created this monster.
As
far as baseball go, how can we make baseball less of a like stop and go game? That'd be my vision. Like, how can we keep this motherfucker moving like basketball moves at the least, like how football moves? You know what I'm saying?
Time limit on pitches?
You said what?
A time limit on pitches? Like a shot clock?
Yeah, all right. Okay, yeah, let's explore that. Let's explore that.
So instead of taking all day and pitches, you know what I'm saying? And if you like want to pick a base runner off, every time you throw a pick off, the clock resets, but you can only do it like a certain number of times to throw pickoffs because some people just use that advantage to think of a pitch.
No. The clock stops when you pick off.
And then when you get back, it resumes again.
Yeah. That way you have to you do the pickoff, right? You take too long thinking of doing that pickoff. You do the pickoff, you get the ball back. Just like that, you only got 3 seconds to pitch the ball now. Now you gotta rush your windup. Yeah, I like this idea. I like this idea a lot. All right, because you get 20 seconds to determine what your catcher, what pitch you're gonna do, and your windup, right?
And location.
And the location, correct. 20 seconds to do that. Of course, the batter gets 3 chances. Strike 1, strike 2, strike 3. We should take... I feel like we should take walks out.
You just don't like walks.
Yeah. That's a bias. But
walks are essential because I'm throwing pitches out of the zone 4 times. I shouldn't have to stand there at bat for 100 pitches because this can't get in the zone.
Out of the zone. That's the stipulation. They got to throw in the zone. They have to throw in the zone because if they throw outside the zone, we'll count it as a batter hit. And then automatic walk.
I'm
just trying to stop the 4-ball rule, if we're being honest.
Well, no, you can't take that.
That'll help the game move a little faster, right? Then not only that.
Well, then no, because Bama's just gonna have to throw it in the zone, and it's gonna get battled on because they know they can't go nowhere but in the zone.
Let's put 2 balls in the field. Hear me out.
Wow.
Hear me out here, right? In the midst of that 20-second rule, you throw, batter hits, you get that base drive or that outfield hit or whatever that'd be taking so long to, finish the play on. Fuck it, bring the next batter up immediately after the first batter starts running the base. Anything that happens after for that batter that's running the base is going for the first ball. However, let's get this second batter out the way as well. You know what I'm saying? Start pitching like that. And then it's just a carousel of, 1 pitch, 2 pitch, red fish, blue fish.
That's too confusing. Yeah, there ain't nobody gonna know what to do with the ball.
Yeah, I was hoping you followed me on that one, but
I mean, I understand it, but it'd be confusing to like casual fans because it's like,
it's so much. It's too much going on. Yeah, that's fine. That's fair. I'm trying to keep it from stopping constantly.
Right.
But the way that game is designed, you have no choice, or little to no choice. Now, as far as hockey goes, you should not be penalized for fighting. However, if you seriously injure that player, you get ejected and suspended for a few games. Because you're just supposed to whoop his ass. All right, you're not supposed to actually slam him into the ice and knock him unconscious like Tom Wilson did.
Right.
That's a little excessive. But y'all run the fade. You know what I'm saying? You just bully this motherfucker, and he able to get back up after that. It's all good. He just gotta live with that embarrassment for the rest of the game.
Pretty much.
You know what I'm saying?
Not good to me. Not good to me.
As far as golf goes, well, golf is a bit of a lost cause.
You don't need to mess with golf. Just leave golf alone.
All sports bring back steroids.
Speed walk. What is up with you today? Normally, I'm the one that provokes buzzer usage. You, however,
I cannot wait till this month is over.
I
I don't mean the month of May. I mean this hiatus I'm on.
You'll be all right. No worries. Oh.
Now, I think we covered all the major sports here.
Yes.
So with that being said, number 3. Backlash was this past Sunday. Kenny, how'd you feel about it?
Only match that I cared about was Bailey, Bianca Belair.
Yes.
Everything else
damn house down
was mediocre. Braun, Drew, and Lashley did okay. It's better than my expectations. Miz and Damian Priest. And that
yes. Let's talk about that real quick.
Let's not.
Because it was a lumberjack match.
Was it really
a lumberjack match? Is a match where the two opponents, or more sometimes, are surrounded by superstars outside. So if they're thrown or knocked out of the ring, superstars outside, they get to get their hands on them and do whatever they see fit to them before throwing them back in the ring. However, this time around, it was a lumberjack full of zombies.
Stupid.
A promotion for Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead.
Stupid.
So it was a gimmick lumberjack match. My thing is this. I'm very selective on how I suspend my belief in things, wrestling. However, I was like, hey, you got to look at it like this. You wouldn't want to go out of the ring in a match like that because you could become a zombie. So I was like, all right, I guess I'm okay with this.
Stupid.
Everybody else, not so much.
Stupid.
Everybody else is like, this is the worst moment in WWE history. I was like, oh yeah? This is the worst moment in WWE history? That Katie Vick angle wasn't the worst moment in WWE history? No? Okay. All right. So you're gonna sit here and tell me, all right? That motherfucking Kane impregnating Lita and Lita getting a miscarriage and Snitsky saying it wasn't my fault the entire time. That wasn't terrible. Okay. All right. Okay.
Terrible.
You're gonna sit here and tell all those that I'm your papi wasn't one of the most ridiculous angles in the 2000s.
Listen, it was, but that zombie thing is horrible. Like it's very bad. I wasn't knowing it. You couldn't convince me to enjoy it.
Kenny, there was an angle on SmackDown where Kurt Angle set out to fuck Booker T's wife.
Okay, it's an angle. We did
Like,
an
he
we
just
did
kept
we
getting
did
his
an
ass
angle
whooped by
where
Booker
Mandy Rose was trying to take Naomi's husband
No,
in the PG era.
completely different from Mandy Rose trying to take Naomi's husband.
No, it's not. It's infidelity. What are you
Oh.
talking about?
No, you're thinking along the lines of that, okay?
It's
You're
infidelity.
right? I'm not thinking along the lines of infidelity. I'm thinking along the lines of the ridiculousness of the angle.
Ridiculous.
Angle, it wasn't too far-fetched because Mandy Rose was pushing up on Oos, and Naomi wasn't having any of it. Now, Kurt Angle kept getting his ass whooped by Booker T, and he said, I've had it! Booker T, I want to fuck your wife.
And I still want to see that to this day.
You know what? Hey, you know what? For the next month, Kurt Angle set out to fuck Sharmell. All right? There was a match between him and Booker T one night where he put motherfucking Booker T in the Angle Slam, and he had him right where he wanted him. Took the motherfucking straps off. That's what you think. Oh, here it goes. Ankle lock time. This motherfucker rolls out of the ring and runs back to Booker T's locker room. I said, oh no, he's gonna fuck Sharmell. Why did he do that? I don't know. Because he had the match won right there. This nigga didn't even pin his ass. He just said,
hey man, the real victory is but
zombie weapon match is too much. Okay.
I didn't say it was too much. I said it was stupid. It's different. Big difference. Was it too much compared to that? Absolutely not.
So we're talking about stupidity.
Yes, it's stupid.
So we're just going to completely dismiss the fact that Booker T got his ass whooped throughout an entire supermarket by Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That's not stupid. That's hilarious.
Oh, it was stupid hilarious.
That was comedy genius. That's
because
hilarious.
later that month,
that's not the same.
Later that month, he went looking for Booker T ass again in the church.
That's not stupid. That's hilarious.
And if we're being honest, that made for yet another moment of TV. Okay, yeah, you're right.
But you know why? That's not stupid. That's hilarious because that's in the realm of possibility. I can see someone getting beat up in the church. Yeah. Ain't no zombies.
I can see somebody getting beat up in the church.
Believe me, I've seen it. Okay, I've seen someone get whooped in church. All right, it has happened. Like the fade has been run in the church parking lot, my nigga.
Oh my God, they running fades in the name of the Lord.
Yeah, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, nigga.
God damn.
Laying them out. Like he without sin cast the first stone. I don't know about that, but I'm gonna cast this first hook. Bang!
Oh.
This happened. You know what can happen? People turning into zombies.
He said, I'm doing the Crusades for real.
Ski-wo! Ski-wo, 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 ski-wo! Ski-wo!
God knows my heart. Shit.
Ski-wo! You got a heart for Crusades?
God knows my heart. Not...
You got a heart for Crusades.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
But I guess I get your point, right? Like,
yeah, man.
Jack match is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
However,
we went from zombie lumberjacks to Crusades. What a time here on Gorilla Game Podcast.
Only us. Only us.
No, only you.
Yeah, I got a point. All right, so Rey and Dominic Mysterio defeated the Dirty Dogs for
Trash name, terrible name.
for the WWE SmackDown Tag Championship. You're right, that is a terrible fucking name. But in fairness, that's a terrible fucking team too. So we're being honest. No reason why they were champions in the first place. I had no clue, but they're not anymore. So I guess that's the solace of it all, right? That being said, I believe Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio are the first father and son tag team to ever win tag team championships in the WWE.
That is correct.
Thus making them the Ken Griffey family of the WWE.
Thanks.
And I think that is absolutely awesome to be able to win championship gold with your old man. Or we haven't 100% determined that because we never really finished that I'm your poppy angle, did we?
Ewo.
Also, Dominic Mysterio won with a frog splash, his dad's finisher.
Stop calling. This is the custody of Dominic S.A.
Oh shit!
That's right, Holmes.
They really
Dominic's my son.
they really hung motherfucking court documents above a ladder. I'll never forget
And that was still more entertaining than Zombie Lumberjacks. I will go on the network right now and watch that.
No. Then they try to call it back with Seth Rollins by saying that Aaliyah wasn't Ray's daughter. I said, oh God, what is happening? What is going on here? Ray was like, no, we're not doing that again.
Like, no.
Stop that right now, okay? You stop that shit, Seth, okay? Do something different. We're not doing that again. We know for a fact. All right. It was
we know for a fact that she's not my daughter. Okay.
Definitely my daughter. She looks just like her mom.
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
Oh shit, no. Rhea Ripley, Asuka, and Charlotte Flair was the first match of the night, if you don't count pre-show, which Kenny doesn't.
Never count that pre-show. Never that pre-show.
Honestly, you didn't miss much out of pre-show because Sheamus beat the shit out of Ricochet.
No.
But as
really
talking shit, Ricochet like knocks him down, takes his motherfucking Jack the Ripper get up and dabs, and then I blacked out. So
because I expected so much from a pre-show. When are you gonna learn? Just stop watching it. I don't understand you.
Honestly, I watch it for the analysis.
Yeah, not enough for me to turn in.
That's fair. That's completely fair.
If I want to see trash, I'll just wait till the legit trash starts. I'm not going to force myself to sit through an unnecessary hour of trash to get to even more trash.
That's fair. Fifth match of the night, Bianca Belair and Bayley tore the house down.
I would like to make this mention. Get the buzzer ready. It felt like Thanksgiving, all them yams in the ring.
Nope, actually. Wait, shit.
Do I need to say the statement again?
No. The moment's not over yet.
It's approaching really quickly.
I know. So we're just gonna do this. Right, you are on that. Mm-hmm.
And he has savored the moment from passing as he is looking at the soundboard to figure out the soundboard that he is trying to use for the statement of the yams in the ring.
There it is. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And what I was initially looking for.
ladies and gentlemen, he has finally found the little bell that he was looking for to
I wholeheartedly wish I could like arrange this shit because this has been much easier if I can arrange it. Like it doesn't help that I can't like move the shit around and set it where I want it, things like that. That's
listen, bruh.
I need a new soundboard.
Listen, bruh. The match was great. The games were also great.
Yes,
that was easily the best match of the night for me on
also,
multiple levels.
I like Bailey's obsession with Bianca Belair. I don't know if you've noticed, but it seemed like a bit of an obsession because she's a champion. And Bailey at this point is like hard pressed to be champion again. And she's like kind of slowly but surely losing her fucking mind over it. And I love it.
Yeah.
I love it a lot. And I need that to continue, actually. Like with every person that, you know.
With this champion, and I don't even have a match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I gotta feel bad for her about that. Like, she should have had a match at WrestleMania, but she did what she could to make herself, you know, a point of relevancy during WrestleMania 2. And I liked it personally. Because
I liked it too.
She just kept coming in on everybody and trying to steal their thunder. I liked it. Bobby Lashley defeated Braun Strowman and Drew McIntyre. This match wasn't bad. I like a good horse fight. So it's like it's a lot of Braun Strowman doing fun things. And by fun things, I mean like being
not
a big
getting hurt. Oh, I'm sorry. Talk about something else.
as they were going down. Because that would have been dangerous. And it'd been yet another pay-per-view where Braun Strowman injures himself.
Yep, which
we don't want that again. Well, I don't want that again. I still have hope for Braun Strowman. Like we really could do something with Braun Strowman.
Why?
Got our shit together about Braun Strowman.
Why? Oh, why? Why do you still believe that?
Well, remember when he was playing
tore his tricep? Yes.
Huh?
I remember when he tore his tricep. Yes.
Don't interrupt me like that. Because that was a far cry from what I was about to bring up. No, remember that? Remember when he was like playing musical instruments on stage and shit? Remember how Shane McMahon calls him dumb and shit? Why don't we make Braun Strowman sophisticated like Damian Sandow, right? But if you piss him off enough, he reverts back to old Braun and starts destroying everything.
The only problem with that, the only problem with that, Carlos, was while he's in the midst of destroying everything, he destroys himself. So right when you get invested,
oh. Well, I don't know what to tell you if you don't have faith anymore. So
I've tried to have faith. Every time I get faith, he gets hurt again.
Yeah, well, you know, stop depending on the hurt at this point. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not depending on the hurt.
Maybe we should hope that he doesn't get hurt again.
I'm not depending on the hurt. I'm counting down
maybe
to the hurt.
We can do that.
Well, maybe he shouldn't do stuff that he gets himself hurt.
That's just part of the game, bro.
You're asking me to do work that I can't do. That's Braun's job.
However, last match was Roman Reigns versus Cesaro.
Cesaro's a star and made him look good.
Cesaro was a goddamn rock
End
star.
of analysis. We don't have to talk about anything else.
End of analysis. However, I saw maybe like half of the finish, and then I blacked out. How did I correctly predict that this was going to end by guillotine? How? Why? Because it's becoming that fucking predictable. That's why. Listen, man.
Going to war with the group chat.
Yeah. Me and Kenny literally went to war with our goddamn wrestling group chat because motherfuckers are so goddamn sold on Roman Reigns, and it's starting to get a little bothersome because it's starting to make me wonder what people think is cool, and it's starting to reinforce the fact that the things that I think are cool are undisputedly cool, and the things that people think are cool are just society's flaws. So,
well, it was more like you going to war. You on, it's like, go get him, Tiger.
I was like, well, A, we know how outspoken I am about the things that I stand for. B, we know that I was first behind this new Roman Reigns. But then the bit got stale because he can't possibly lose at this point. And you mix that with a boring motherfucker, it's boring television. I don't make the rules here, but I'm damn sure not amused.
And listen, I don't know how many times I could beat the drum about what I said. Like, I don't want to keep like regurgitating it down you guys' throats about me being correct with this because I'm not that kind of person. I don't want to do that. Like, and I don't want to feel like I'm becoming that kind of person every time we talk about Roman Reigns. So
I'll be that.
I'll be there.
Listen, man. The reason why I'm such a pompous asshole about things is because I can tell you with direct, in-depth, detailed analysis why I think you're stupid at this point. Not you, Kenny, but
I mean, I know you're not talking. Oh, trust me, I know you're not talking about me. I'm the one that told you it was dumb.
Yeah.
No. That's not for me.
I'm the idiot between us two right now.
Nah, you weren't an idiot. You just were a little,
I was misguided.
You just misguided. The machine has a way of doing that to even the clearest and cognitive minds when it comes to the industry. Okay.
No excuses.
No, it's not excuse.
I'm
just telling you. It happens to the best of us. Well, not me, because I've seen it before. Not me, because I've seen it before. But, it's all right.
Nah, because you got Philly winning the finals.
There's a difference between
I don't buy it.
Obsession and blindness and believing. What I'm doing is believing. Okay? Because at this point, that's all I can do until it happens.
But my thing is this, right? You want people call him cold and calculated and things like that, and it's like we've seen movie villains before. You know what cold and calculated is. This motherfucker just don't have it. He just don't. And if we're being honest, I thought the reason why Paul Heyman was linking up with him so Paul Heyman can legitimately be the full-on mouthpiece, so we just don't have to hear this motherfucker talk anymore. Nope. But no, y'all. At this point, I assume now that y'all were looking for reasons to like this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And which I can't do it, bro. Like, he's essentially started to become John Cena. And honestly, I haven't been a fan of the face of the WWE since CM Punk. Why? Because CM Punk wasn't shoved down our throats.
It was not.
Like, and if we're being honest, if CM Punk was shoved down our throats, CM Punk would have been a fucking legend.
Yes.
But they wouldn't let him cook. And that's why he left. They wanted John Cena to cook. They picked the wrong person to get behind for that year. John Cena had the rest of his career. Because how long was John Cena there after CM Punk left?
Too damn long.
Exactly. And that's why Summer Punk should have just went down. And it would have been a fucking moment in history. And it would have been legendary. And we would have still been able to have the fucking 16 championship reigns that John Cena won.
I could do without all 16 of those.
I've come to grips with it. Like, as long as he's not current champion, I'm fine with it. So, but with Roman Reigns, bro, it's just not going to happen. Like, it's just not. Like, Roman Reigns is not your organic like his cousin. It's not your organic like Stone Cold was. Like, these motherfuckers were made men because they actually were good. And not only in the ring, they were actually good talking. They could actually talk shit effectively. Roman can't. And I need y'all to start accepting that. He cannot talk on the fucking mic.
Just because he can go like this and talk really slow in the camera and make you think I'm sounding intense when I'm really not, does not mean he can talk. I just did that. And I'm sitting in my room.
That's his intense talk?
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here, man. All right, you know what? Yeah, I think I gotta leave my group chat on that note.
Well, you know.
That's fucking enough.
If not us, then who will talk sense into these people?
I goddamn had it. His intensity talk is like a woman abuser. You let that sink in. So.
Whoa.
No, fuck that.
Whoa. Whoa. No.
I'll do the buzzer because of reference. But that's how he sounds.
You don't bring that up. You don't say that thing.
Man, when it comes to this motherfucker, I don't even care anymore, man. I just don't. I really don't. Because I just don't see it. I simply don't. And you know what? At this point, I don't even want to see it anymore. Because you simply can't convince me at this point. You can't. This motherfucker isn't charismatic. He's as charismatic as an NFL player. A boring NFL player.
Roman Reigns is as charismatic as this remote.
Roman Reigns is essentially...
And the remote is more charismatic because the buttons have a variety of colors in which sparks intrigue.
Roman Reigns has the charisma of a high school basketball player.
Dang. So what you're saying is...
And y'all can lie to me all y'all want. But at this point, we can bring up Roman Reigns talking on the mic. And then we could bring up an interview of one of the homies from back in high school, back in like 08 and 09, in an interview. And they sound just alike. Emotionless. Slow.
Boring.
Boring. Empty. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't. You don't. And that's what pisses me off. Woo!
I told you so.
Yeah, man, you sure fuck did. Really? Yeah, I owe you a goddamn apology because, like, here I am thinking, oh, this new Roman about to be dope as hell. I wonder how they thwart him, and they haven't thwarted him yet. That's the main issue for real. Yes, you're supposed to push him as a powerhouse, but somebody's got to have his fucking number. Nobody's had his number in over 3 months now. This is getting ridiculous. Man, who the fuck am I kidding, dog? Y'all don't want to hear that shit. Final thoughts, Kenny?
I told you so. Let me cook. Drink it in, man.
Oh shit! I never realized how much I missed that catchphrase. Holy hell! We start incorporating that into the show.
I will incorporate it every time we talk to this is the genius of Roman trash. Drink it in, man.
Sounded like he took a hit of LSD every time he said that
man,
shit.
every time that man Roman name is brought up, I'm gonna proceed to say, I told you he was trash. And I'm just gonna drink something, drink it in. You just made the list. See that? That's charisma. I can do drinking in, man, to this day. And you'll get a joint of it. Acknowledge me.
Motherfuckers don't know what charisma is if it beat the shit out of them. So
nowadays, people don't know what acknowledge means.
Acknowledge? Notice you? No, I won't.
Look at me. Look at me. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you be trash.
Fall asleep doing a promo. So
I'm look at me. Look at me. Or I'm looking at you being garbage.
Listen, man.
Horrible.
All right. Okay. Before I get to my final thought, you know what would get me to actually fuck with Roman Reigns?
Nothing.
No, because it's a possibility.
I'm sorry.
It's a possibility. Instead of this whole cold and calculated bullshit, because absolutely the fuck not. And you guys are fucking losers for thinking this shit's cool. Period. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm scolding you for this. Like, do better. Please. I'm fucking begging you. Do better in your interests. With that being said, you want Roman Reigns to be top notch? Give this motherfucker his regular voice back. Just let him be a wavy motherfucker. Real relaxed, real chill. But he's still making threats at your ass. Like, hey,
if
man.
You want Roman Reigns to be good,
like the Roman Reigns.
Send him somewhere else.
The Roman Reigns after he beat The Undertaker, I was like, all right, I can get into Roman on this. I might be able to get into Roman on this because this motherfucker literally stepped out and got booed for 10 minutes straight. And all he said was, it's my yard now, and left. I said, bravo. Fucking bravo. Because he said it was the way he said it. You know what I mean? It's how he said it. That just felt like he owned up to the shit. Because, mind you, that was a shitty match. Need I remind you, look back at that Undertaker Roman Reigns match. That match was not a good match. It wasn't.
Which is why Taker returned.
Exactly, which led to Undertaker returning again. However, the aftermath of it all, Roman handled well because he knew that everybody was going to hate him. So he just reveled that shit in. Once he reveled that shit in and he had the chance to get a word out, there was a display of arrogance. Not even a display of arrogance. It was a display of like completely justified confidence that he can now say that it's his yard now. You know what I'm saying? Like he was saying, like him saying it's my yard now. He didn't literally say it with his chest, but it was some shit to say with your chest. And just, it's the little nuances like that would have made him a made man. Like, you just have him say some slick shit and not talk too much. You got a fucking star. Because here's the thing, right? Other than the 7 finishers he has stored up at the beginning of the fucking match, Roman's pretty good in the ring. That motherfucker just can't talk. That's what it all boils down to. So again, just give him a smooth swagger and some slick shit to say. He'll at least be okay. You know what I'm saying? At least he'll be tolerable. Well, in Kenny's case, get the fuck rid of Roman Reigns. Release Roman Reigns is what Kenny's thinking.
Absolutely. Ain't no way you can convince me to cheer and enjoy this nigga.
I want, well, not really.
And you have brought up valid points. I am not rocking.
He said you bring up valid points. Still, I'm
not doing it.
Like I said, I completely understand, because it still wouldn't convince you, because I try to convince you with this shit and it backfired on my ass. So I get it. I understand. However, these are the things that can at least be done to make him at least a little more tolerable to motherfuckers that find him annoying. And I'm not the only one that finds this motherfucker annoying, I'm sure. Nobody just want to admit like I will.
Too many times.
I'll say that shit with my motherfucking chest. You and I.
Oh, I'll let you know.
This motherfucker.
I have no problem letting you know I don't like Roman Reigns.
Like,
and have not one issue letting you know he's trash.
Dead ass. Like,
to this day. When we started this podcast 3 years ago.
And you know what, man? Like, motherfuckers will then take the, you ain't shit route, because they can't be like, well, A, you can't convince me otherwise, and B, I'm very convincing in my goddamn point. So now it's, motherfucker, you ain't athletic. You this, you that. Listen, if I really wanted it, trust you me, because I'm probably the most charismatic motherfucker anyone that I know knows. Now, does it translate to other subjects? No, not necessarily. However, I can talk heavy shit. Get a puncher. So that alone will put me at manager status, first and foremost. Now, you get me to train. You actually show me the ropes, teach me how to do some shit. There's a lot of shit that I can execute cleanly. And that's
it is a matter of getting in shape.
It's all a matter of getting in shape. The thing is, right, growing up with my brothers, my older brother's a terrible worker because all he knows is administer pain. I understood at an early age that this isn't real. Therefore, there has to be a level of trust between the two competitors. So I learned at an early age that if I'm going to do any move, make sure I'm able to execute it safely. Otherwise, don't do it at all. That's why a lot of my moveset is non-lifting moves. Because if I can't lift you with control, fuck that. It's too dangerous. You know what I mean? That's why growing up, my finisher was the super kick and the stunner. Signature finisher. Because they're non-lift moves and they're quick and devastating. So, yeah, like you give me some like it's a little bit of training, a legitimate training, and then my moveset come later. My bottom line is this. I will be better than Roman Reigns on the mic. That's my bottom line of it all. I'm not going to say I'm going to be better than Roman Reigns in the ring That I'll give it to Roman Reigns. Like I said, he's good in the ring, albeit the fact that this motherfucker starts his matches with 7 finishers on hand. He's still good in the ring. That motherfucker just can't talk shit, or he can't convince me that the shit talking is, of importance.
Correct.
All right. So yeah, my final thought is this. I think that oh shit. Hold on, time out. I want to say it's 28 to 26. I want to say it's 26 up on his Blazers.
It's
All right,
26
up
all.
Portland, Denver. All
Yeah.
right. So as I was saying, my final thought is this. I want to thank you all for bearing with me because this has not been a good week for me mentally. Here's the thing. All right. How do I break this down to a point where like people can understand me without feeling like I'm exaggerating the shit? Because I think that's what the disconnect is. Everyone, whenever I actually when I actually am serious, people still think I'm, hyperbolizing things like I usually do. And that shit's gotta stop. So I say that to say this. Um this has not been a good week for me mentally. I've been powering through it, sure, with a goddamn smile on my face, but it has not been easy for me mentally because it's just a lot of second guessing. Like the whole Marvel review thing was to, get more people into the show. Maybe you guys tell your friends about it. And that shit did not work out. As much as I like try to push y'all to, watch the product, I only got 9 views. Like we only got 9 views 2 weeks in a row. And that's why I stopped doing the reviews. And it's like I've, just wrecked my brain as to what do we have to do? You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is this: I want this to be my profession. Like I want to do this for a career. This is the one thing in life I thoroughly enjoy. I don't enjoy a lot of things, guys. Why? Because when I'm sober, 1,000,001 things are running through my mind all in 1 minute to the point where I have to really focus on what the fuck I want to say. And it gets extremely frustrating from time to time because all the while I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about, my next move in life, the possibility of failure and all that, dead friends that I miss constantly. It's just a smorgasbord of shit running in a a warp speed ticker, if you will, through my mind. And that's why I smoke usually. To slow things down a little bit, to relax things a little bit. But I've been sober as a goddamn bird. And I have wanted to just destroy. So again, I want to thank you for bearing with me. I know I come off as a dick often. That's because y'all know what the fuck's wrong with society. Everybody just plays into it. And that shit starts to get discouraging after a while because you point out the things that are wrong And it's like either nobody's listening or nobody gives a fuck. They just want to watch the world burn anyway, subconsciously. That shit is depressing. So, yeah. Again, hasn't been an easy week for me. I'm just glad we got to this evening. Saturday nights are literally my favorite night of the week because I get to talk shit with one of the best friends that I have for a couple hours. And like I look forward to it every goddamn week. If we're being honest, I even had thoughts of, want to start an additional podcast. I just want to spread myself out. And
I've had thoughts of that as well.
Right. Like I just want to spread myself out. I don't want to I want Gorilla Gang to be the, main hub, but I also want to spread myself out to, other subjectual podcasts.
I told you about the mental health podcast that I wanted to start.
Yeah. Kenny wants to start a mental health podcast. I want to I want to just experiment with something different because this is my main line of interest, like wrestling, sports,
music,
and comedy. But I also
and music.
Stuff like conspiracy theories, like just like comical conspiracy theories, or like I want to be able to like tell a story or on a show. I want to be the voice that tells the stories on
narrator.
Yeah, the narrator. There he goes. So like,
let me find out you want to be Morgan Freeman.
I want to be Morgan Freeman. I can do it too. It's like I just have to like have a calm voice. In 1976, it was the summer of Sam. That is not the truth. I don't know exactly what year it was, but we all know that it happened. See, I can do that. So like, I just want to be able to spread myself out, like, because this isn't just what I want to do. This is just the beginning of what I want to do. And God damn it, y'all ain't even helping us with that. So it's like
I had thoughts about doing some acting stuff too.
I'd be like, what's the point of starting a whole nother fucking podcast if y'all ain't watching this shit? What are we doing here? I thought we were supporting. Like, it amazes me how I wholeheartedly am proud of all of my friends. Why? Because I don't have much going for me. So I occasionally vicariously live through my friends and my family. Because they're doing a lot better than I am right now, and that's just the bottom line of it all. People say people progress differently. Yeah, well, I'm progressing slower than average, so I find solace in my friends and family that are actually doing well in life. Like my homegirl Nicole, she's a nurse now. Like there's a title that I can't remember right now because I'm too drunk to remember it. But she's that title now. All right. RN. You're gonna respect her as such, goddamn.
Shout out to me having hospital experience to know titles.
Thank you. So yeah. my homeboy Ken, he just got accepted into this engineering I want to say it's like an engineering school, a presidency, or something like that. Listen, man, it's a big fucking deal. And I share the post. I'm just so proud of everybody, doing their goddamn thing effectively. Why? Because I'm 30 years old and I'm just figuring out what exactly the fuck I can do. And it turns out I'm goddamn good at it.
Don't feel bad. I'm 29. I'm doing the same thing. I'm just saying, forget it. I'm gonna try everything. I you see me call you about books.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time I got excited about buying books.
Yeah. No.
Mighty long time since I've been excited about writing. And I actually started reading a little bit of the Anatomy of Peace book. And my goodness, from the two chapters I read today, I'm gonna enjoy reading this very much, and I'm gonna be able to read it at my own pace and not feel pressure into reading it.
Right.
I think that's where the disconnect for reading comes to me, because for a long time it was always a pressure or a date you have to read this by. But now that I'm an adult and I have my own time period and I can make my own schedule, read it at my pace.
Yeah, me, I am literally 5 years behind on my life, personally. Because here's the thing. Again, I didn't expect to live past 27, so I tried to get everything done before then. That ended up being a failure. Then I turned 28 and realized, well, I'm not going anywhere just yet. So might as well go ahead and make some goals now, like legitimate goals, and start working towards them. And in a 2-year span, all that's been done was a podcast. And that's all I got to show for it. 140 episodes of podcasts that that 9 people, if anything, watches. And I think that that's goddamn ridiculous, because it doesn't feel like anybody's supporting me. And I thought y'all loved me. funny thing about that word. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. All I ask is y'all like run up the motherfucking view board. Y'all don't really gotta watch the episodes. I'd love y'all to, but you know,
no, y'all gotta watch the episode. Forget that.
We motherfuckers gold roughly.
We put our heart and soul in this thing. Y'all gonna watch the episode.
It just like baffles me that, you know, I am legitimately happy for all y'all, but you know, y'all don't really give a shit about what I'm doing. I think that's pretty fucked up. But
let me say this on air. I'm happy for you. I'm happy because as long as you got breath in your lungs, it's a chance to reset and find what you want to do.
No, and this is what I want to do. Or bust.
Yeah, I know that. But this is what I want to say to you. I low-key admire you, brother. Why? Because when you have your mind set to something, you do it, and like nothing's gonna stop you from getting what you want to do, regardless of how like it goes. Like from the 3 years of us doing this, whenever Carlos Crawford has put his mind to something, it gets done. And there's no one that's gonna like say anything otherwise to convince him differently when his mind is made up. Which is a quality I wish I had for the longest time. I'm just developing that quality, which is why I'm like, no, everything I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put my hands in it some kind of way, whether it's comedy, whether it's psychology, whether it's doing talk show stuff, whether it's some acting I thought about doing, some writing. I'm just gonna put my hand in everything.
Well, for me, it's a matter of constantly being told that, or growing up, you know, not by, of course, not by my mom. You know, Missy always told me, whatever you want to do, put your mind to it, you'll do it. You know, like, so it's like, it was never my parents that disturbed me. Mostly Caleb. Mostly Caleb. You know, full on. Like, if you think I'm an asshole, whoo. Y'all gotta meet one Caleb Crawford.
It's always the people closest to you.
Is a monster, okay?
From my belief, from what I've been through in my life, it seems like it's always the people closest to you that hurt you the most. From my experience, I can't speak from nobody else's experience.
I mean, it's not, you know, just anybody. It's just my older brother trolling. That's all. My older brother's just been trolling me for the last 30 years. Oh, and dropped me on my head as a toddler, which may explain quite a bit. Wow. So, like, it's a matter of I've been essentially kind of spending my life proving Caleb wrong. Like, that's not all. That's not all. It's not all it's about.
I'm gonna prove you wrong, damn it.
I'm sorry. It's about, but Caleb telling me that you're right, probably better than busting a nut.
Wow.
That's just to let you know how rare it is. And he gonna lie to you and say, well, Carlos will be right every once in a while. Or he'll probably be an asshole like, nah, this nigga's never right. It goes either way with Caleb. Why? Because Caleb's a dick. Like, what more do I need to get around here? Like Caleb is my, challenge in life. Like, my older brother constantly challenges me by kind of ruining my confidence. So, I don't know. It's a weird relationship.
Double-edged sword.
Very weird relationship. I love my brother. I just wish he'd lay the fuck off. That's all. That'd be nice. It ain't happening, though. That's just not how it works. And this family runs on tough love. I'm not wired that way. Never was. So, it's kind of my disconnect with the family. It is.
Yeah,
right. That's just.
I understand that completely.
If
I was a military man, yelled a lot. Didn't resonate with me at all.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
But again,
different strokes, different folks.
But again, one of the best feelings in the world is when that motherfucker says that I'm right. Either I'm right or I did right. Best feeling in the world. It's not even a feeling of like recognition. It's a feeling of, you see, I told you so, you cunt.
Bring it in, man. From now on, when you're right, just be like, drink it in, man.
But that's pretty much my final thought. Like, I just want this to be my profession, or a large part of my profession. I want to venture out into things related to this. I just really think I have a knack for orating, and not like in a serious matter all the time, at least like a lecture or anything. I'm just pretty goddamn funny, and I talk a lot of shit. And some of it's mindless, a lot of it's profound. And I just want to be a voice in the society. I guess that's all I got. If this doesn't disconnect us, Kenny, because my shit's in the red. But go ahead and bring it on home.
All right. Then disclaimer, due to the fact that I am really not feeling good right now, I will not be doing.
Yeah, no. Give Kenny a round of applause. He's been sick as a goddamn dog, and he sat here with me for the last 2 hours doing this episode. So, like, he definitely deserves that motherfucker round of applause. There it is.
Yeah, I had to take a pause for the calls because I thought I was about to call Uncle Earl, bro. Like,
we did have to pause for the calls.
And I could tell it was building up because the sweat beads were building up. You know your body. But so the energy will be low because I can barely move around now. But my name is Kenneth Whitaker, aka Hendrik Solo, the original Older Millennial Falcon. I just want my cantina music.
Yeah. No, don't remove it. Shit. Oh, come on. What are we doing here?
Oh, I lost the cantina music.
Like, goddamn. All right, here we go. 23 skidoo. 24. 25.
AKA the last Black Jedi, young Skywalker, always looking toward the horizon, never his mind on where he was, what he was doing. Hey, listen, you need to watch Clone Wars. Okay, I cannot stress this enough to you. The character development of all these people is superb, my nigga.
Kenny, after all this is said and done, I am going to lay in bed and watch Drunk History. Why?
That's fine. I'm just telling you. I'm not expecting you to watch it soon, but nigga, the character development of Anakin, Obi-Wan, Yoda, Mace Windu, Ahsoka Tano. The list is endless. Even Padme. The clone trooper Rex is so many relationships and like character developments. You can really see like the conflict inside each person. It's beautiful. However, moving on. AKA Lamar L. Jackson. Run the triple option. Max Protect. Haven't you watched the film? Sluggos? That's a good one. It's the linebacker. It's a damn Mike linebacker. Touchdown. Bitch. Oh my goodness. AKA not you, man. I'm a savage. Oh yeah. Mean Gene, I need to tell you something right now, Mean Gene. My stomach's bubbling hard, yeah. I don't know if it was something I ate today. Maybe I had a little bit too much cheese, or maybe I had a little bit too much something, Mean Gene. You know, you ever ate something,
or
Mean
lactose
Gene,
intolerant,
and it just made your stomach just churn up, Mean Gene, and you just had to lay in that fetal position. But the Nacho Man doesn't like to lay in the fetal position because I think they can take advantage when the Nacho Man sick, Mean Gene. Yeah, but one thing they can't do, Mean Gene, is knock the Nacho Man off the top of his pedestal because I am the cream of the crop. Oh yeah, dig it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Nacho Man, I'm a Savage, live from the toilet. Back to you, Bobby.
Where's my third flu? Yeah. Third flu. AKA Mr. Ghost Slick Vodka. My brother always says the nastiest shit to me. He called me like Hyman when I was 12.
Stuff I want to blow you.
Yeah. Okay, exactly. Okay, she didn't say that. It was so great.
And made that part so fucking hilarious is the fact that he tells the story, but they run the scene back.
Yeah.
So as he tells the story, like they run the scene like he telling the story, and then once she say "Steph, I want to blow you," and go back to the scene, he like, she didn't say that. I think I even knew that she was cat, dog.
If you're not in this class, leave this class. Fogo, hi. Oh my goodness, that is hilarious. We froze up for a second. It should be back soon, and once it comes back, we are back. AKA the very sexual, the very tight.
Very tight, yes.
Austin Powers Faja.
Wait, is Faja?
Dad is Faja.
No.
Daddy, Daddy wasn't there to take me to the fair. It seems he doesn't care.
Daddy wasn't there.
When I was first baptized, when I was criticized, when I was ostracized, when I was ostracized, when I was circumcised, Daddy wasn't there. Take me to the fair to change my underwear. Daddy wasn't there.
Daddy wasn't there.
Peace.
fucking love Austin Powers.
Hilarious. Oh man. Woo. Well, you kid.
That was the last one, right?
Yeah.
God damn, I gotta start. Force a habit.
You miss Vince Black Man?
No, I don't, but like I feel like there's usually something else after Mr. Ghostlick Vodka, but
Yeah. Austin Powers
well then.
You people.
Well, we're just gonna go ahead and bring it all home for myself. So with that being said, I'm Carlos Crawford, aka Chin Music Charlie.
Wait, you didn't give us the scenario.
Now I'm not gonna super kick you and throw you into a window pane, Kenny. I don't have it in me.
Listen, I'm always a worker. I always take.
I'm always a worker. Fair enough. AKA. Oh shit. AKA Thick Flair. If I want to walk the streets of Rockville, Maryland with Cali XO, I'll do it because I'm Thick Flair. Woo!
Oh my god.
Look her up. AKA Snack Miller. Fresh out of prison, throw the deuces up like Nixon. Tell me what's the difference between wisdom and superstition? We just civilians. The villains kiss the infants. Ain't no such thing as coincidence. Shit. AKA. Oh, shit. Turns out I wasn't ready. However, AKA. Now coming to bat, Ken Spliffy Jr. Top of the fourth, and Spliffy seems to be laser focused on this next pitch, when in reality, he's spaced out to begin to count. That's strike one.
True astronaut Bob doesn't get any higher than that.
Not at all. AKA.
Uh-oh.
Well, this is El Juarez. You see any shh? Looks like the gang he was looking for found him first. No problem. It's 4 of them, 3 of us. Whoever drops the first body gets the last body. All right, let's go. Wait. Are you serious? Wow. Wow. All right, here we go. Good shot, Bianca. I can keep up with you boys, remember? I was wanted before we met. Yeah, well. Franco Nieves, you must be. Marshal Franco Nieves, you? Right, let's get you out of here. We have a favor to ask you, Marshal. Nothing you can handle, however.
Just relax, Marshall. We'll tell you all about it on the way there.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, that was episode 140. Like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube. I don't know. What's the product? Till then, until next week, we're off this.
Boo Roman forever. We're out.
Man, fuck Roman Reigns.